I wanted to run a concept down by you guys today. I was working with someone earlier, and I was talking to her about how when miracles happen, and everybody's like, "Oh, their guardian angels got them." All time is happening at once. All time is happening at once. Your past is happening right now. Your future is happening right now. If you don't grasp that concept, the rest of this is just not going to make sense, so you might as well just scroll past. If you do grasp that concept that there is no time except right now, even this morning was right now. Seriously. If you do grasp that, then I'm going to continue on explaining miracles. Because Earth has a timeline. Stick with me. So when I'm doing past life work with people, I take them onto their Earth timeline in their incarnated life before this one. Sometime on the Earth timeline before this one. Because Earth has a timeline, yet conceptually, energetically, all time is now. And when I take them into these lives, when we take them to the earliest point, okay, for example, this actually happened. So someone had a house fire in their past life. So we took them back to the earliest point we could heal and removed the darkness from them and added their light, which just turns the light bulb back in. And they were conscious and aware of oh, move the towel and then the fire doesn't happen. By doing this, we altered their timeline. We changed it. But the butterfly effect doesn't happen. So it heals your soul's trauma without messing too much with Earth's timeline. This is going to be complicated. Have you ever had a moment where all of a sudden you're like, what was I doing? Or even heard of people who are about to commit a crime and then they just all of a sudden walk away from it. Just wake up and go, what am I doing? I shouldn't be doing this. Or they snap out of it and they're like, what am I doing? That is future them doing a past life regression, removing the dark and adding their light, making them go, oh, I shouldn't do this. So miracles are future you helping your past self, which is now, because the Earth has a timeline, but conceptually, all time is now. Does that make sense? Gosh, I hope so. I hope so. If you heal your now moment, you have healed it for your future. You have rewritten your future because the future isn't written yet. It's all happening now, right? So on Earth's timeline, there's tons of different pathways for your future. Okay? I use the example of I used to really yell at my kids. I had a big issue with it, but I healed it. And I was able to heal it for now. You can actually heal the trauma from your past life to heal your soul from now, because it's your soul that carries the trauma. Every time you're born again, the brain gets reset on the human timeline. That's how there's reincarnation. But conceptually, all time is now. It's I don't know what else to say. It's true. Let me go more into the miracle part. Hold on. Okay, so in this video, hold on, let me show you. If you go to YouTube and type in 7th grade kid saves out of control school bus, you will see this 7th grader just all of a sudden know what to do and just jumps into hero mode. That is future him doing past life work and getting in his soul, his consciousness, and making it so that doesn't happen anymore, so that the death doesn't happen anymore. That's a miracle. You would think that his angels were with him. You would think, he was divinely protected. It's future him making it to where that doesn't happen. Because again, even though all time is now, there is an Earth timeline, a human timeline, history, science, geography. All of that is very real. So is this concept. Mandela effects are simply people doing past life work, going back and healing something, and that event no longer happens. So if that person doesn't burn their house down anymore, then they go to the meeting because they work for Coca-Cola, and Coca-Cola is having a meeting that day of whether they should put the dash in their name or not. Well, that person's existence in the meeting changes that event, and then it changes for the rest of time because you're changing that event before that event happens on the Earth's timeline. So it's literally not people going back in time to try to mess with you or change things. They're going back to heal themselves. When they go back to heal themselves, healing themselves is a big ripple effect. That's why I always say healing the world starts with healing yourself. Heal yourself, you change the world, you heal the world. Oh my gosh, I could go so much into all of these topics and how all of it is connected. I really, really could. Like, I seriously could talk on this for hours and hours and hours. Like how biblical things can be changed, historical things can be changed. It's simply from people healing their past life version of themselves. And it's a massive healing, and it heals the events. It used to be when I would do this work, I could Google and screenshot how this many people died, and then now we've healed it and this many people died, and now we've healed it and this many people died. But that feature is gone now because we healed the Mandela effect feature so that they can't happen anymore, which is great, but it's difficult for me to prove the work that I do. But that's okay. And all the screenshots that I used to have would disappear every time they change, but at least now I can keep the old screenshots. It's complicated. But anyway, all these miracles where people are divinely protected, they are divinely protected, but they're divinely protected by themselves. Like, they're... And it's not, I don't know, people want to look at this like guy in the sky that's protecting them or not protecting them, and then how come he chooses who to protect and who not to protect? And it's simply not the case. We all die, but you have the ability to wake up to your consciousness, your Christ consciousness, which is the chakras, and more so than that. That's just the simplest way to put it. And heal your soul from front to back. Just heal it all so that it doesn't bother you. And that's what miracles are. It's just your future self protecting you by doing past life work. And one last part on this, that's why I say like your spirit guides are people that you know from past lives and stuff. Your spirit guides are past life incarnations of people that you're close to in this life. Like my friend Laura. I have a spirit guide that's connected to one of her lives, her ancient Egyptian life. She's always with me. So I have one that's connected to my friend Kate. I have a few more. Some connected to my kids, and some that just need help, and they go in and out. They change all the time. For people that I need to help heal their past life, so they come to me, so that the person will come to me. It's a long story. But sometimes your guides will go back and help, but that's still future them helping you, because energetically all time is now. I don't know if this series made any sense, but I thought I'd put it out there because it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. Okay, bye.